So this is going to be another kind of, let me turn this light on again. This is going to be another kind of knit and chat kind of video. I'm actually working on a blanket for my baby. I am 32 weeks as of Christmas Day, and things are coming on very fast. This is going to be a little bit of a chat, a little bit of a rant, a little bit of a mixture of things. I have some frustrations, and one of them is with trying to find a place with my boyfriend. We have a pit bull. He is about a year and a half. His birthday's in April. And my boyfriend has had this dog since he was 5 weeks old. Sweetest baby in the world, And we are running into wall after wall trying to find a place because of the type of dog we have. Not his temperament, not his size. He's about medium size. As far as dogs go, about 60 pounds. A little over. He's a chubby baby. But we're having trouble finding a place to accommodate for our dog. And it's getting down to the wire with the baby and everything, and we're starting to panic a little bit because of having these issues, because of the kind of dog we have. If you look at my Instagram, I have pictures, I have videos, he is my dog son. I don't say that I'm just having a baby. I have a man-child as a boyfriend, I have my pit bull toddler, and I'm about to have a newborn. That's what I have. And I do it jokingly and lovingly, but it's pretty much my reality. And I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. I wouldn't change that. But the problem is, and I haven't really touched on this very much on my channel, and I will probably tell other stories to kind of delve into this more when I feel more comfortable with it, but my mother's psychosis and children do not mix, especially babies. My mother had me at 16, and I pretty much went from the womb to about 6 months in living with my great-grandma because of some unpleasant things that my mother would do, and it's not wholly her fault. Working in mental health, I realized that it's not wholly her fault. But I would like to spare my own child the traumas that I had as a child. And I think that's what any good parent wants. They want better for their children. And that's what I want. And I'm looking at possibly not 100% being able to do that because of not wanting to give up our beloved pet, or either of them. There are actually places we found that will take us and the dog, but would not take my cat. And my cat, I will tell my miscarriage story, my stillbirth story. It's not a stillbirth. It's not a miscarriage. I went through over 24 hours of labor. I had a 7-pound, 9-ounce baby boy. And I will tell that story at a future time when it's more appropriate. But, she showed up climbing the wall to my apartment shortly after I lost my son. And she has been a part of my life ever since, and she's not going anywhere. Much to the dismay of my boyfriend, who dislikes cats. A strong dislike for cats. But, cat comes with the package just like dog came with the package. There's compromises to every relationship. And one of those is, he has to deal with my cat. He's also slightly upset that he's the one who has to clean her litter box right now. Because with pregnancy, one of the no-nos is I'm not allowed to clean the litter box. And along with pregnancy, I have a bit of a tangent to go on. I am about to hop on my trusty steed tangent and ride her hard into the sunset. And here's why. Yesterday, actually, I went to an OBGYN appointment and was told about my weight. Now, to put it into perspective, I've gained a total of 34 pounds throughout this pregnancy. The last 2 OB appointments I had lost 3 pounds apiece. This last one, as I'm going into my 3rd trimester, I'm gaining more water weight. And I gained a total of 8 pounds. This OB took it upon herself to tee off the appointment with asking me, not even asking me if I wanted weight loss surgery, corrective surgery to help me lose weight. She didn't ask. She insisted. So, weight loss surgery after the baby. What have you looked into? Now, I understand that the medical field and obesity are at these odds with one another. And I understand that the medical world perceives people my size a certain way. I was told about my food addiction that I apparently had because of my size. To put it into perspective, I eat maybe half of my breakfast every morning. The dog gets the other half. I make enough so that I can feed the dog the other half of my breakfast. Because I know I'm not going to be able to finish all of it. I eat once when I come into work. I eat once while I'm at work. And then I go home and go to sleep. I don't snack on chips very typically. I don't snack at all very typically. My family has a history of Crohn's disease and Crohn's disease related stomach issues, gastro issues. So I avoid foods with high acidity. I avoid carbs. I avoid breads. I avoid lactose. In general, lactose is a weakness of mine, so every now and then I will indulge. But I avoid fruits because of the acidity in them, because of the adverse effects that they have on my body, on me physically. And, my stomach blows up and I can't breathe right. And I'm on the toilet till I can't feel my feet sometimes because of these gastro problems. So to suggest to somebody like me, not knowing my history, not knowing my family history, not knowing anything about my daily routine, my diet, anything of that nature, to suggest weight loss surgery to someone like me is not going to help. It's going to, in the long run, do more harm than good. First of all, weight loss surgery is it has to be a decision that you make. It cannot be you being told that this is the avenue we want you to take medically. You have to want it. There is a very specific diet that you must adhere to after you have these surgeries. There is first of all, it's an elective surgery. So not only are you suggesting that I take the time out of work that it's going to take me to recover from having this child, you're suggesting I take even more time off of my job to have a surgery that I don't even want, that would hurt me in the long run, and that would possibly even hurt me medically because of my already pertinent issues. Not only that, I'm planning on breastfeeding. I'm not planning on, doing formula unless my child is lactose intolerant, and at that point, okay, it's necessary for the baby. Then I will switch the baby to formula, And a nursing mother needs all the nutrients she can get. And if I got a lapro band surgery or an invasive gastro surgery, I'm not going to be able to maintain the nutrition I need to give my child the nutrition that they need. And I feel that that would do more harm to my child than I'm willing to do right now. Now, I was losing weight before the pregnancy. I will most likely lose weight after this pregnancy. I would rather do it naturally than to alter my body to fit what the norm is supposed to be. I have a weight loss goal. I do. I am not beating myself up over weight gain while pregnant. Now, I am to a point concerned. I do keep active. I have a more active job than I had in the past, It's hard to lose weight when you spend 12 to 16 hours a day stuck behind a desk, and I don't have that problem anymore. I am now in a field where I am more active. And I understand that I have to see everything from their perspective. But it's not just this doctor. I had, at 15, had doctors suggest that I get lap band surgery or some sort of corrective surgery. I've been put onto crash diets and things of that nature since I was 5 years old. I had a guidance counselor essentially tell me to become anorexic to keep the weight off because I am naturally large. Now, some of my diet choices are not the best. I understand that. I understand that I need to cut back on certain things. And I understand that I need to exercise more. I'm about to have a baby to chase after, as well as the dog who I walk twice before leaving for work in a day. I, at my job, do med runs, which means I'm going to various apartments up and down stairs, and I am not sedentary at my current job. And I could even, if I wanted to, walk to do those medications when the weather is nicer again. So I have options for exercise that I will take when my joints don't hurt as much because of this pregnancy. I am approaching my due date in February. February 19th is my due date. And this child is getting rather large. So, to have someone suggest to me that I have a surgery that that hasn't even crossed my mind to think about getting for various reasons, and then to sit there and tell me that food addiction is like a drug addiction, not knowing the restrictions that I myself have put on myself to have somebody judge me, not knowing that if I can't finish a plate, I don't finish the plate. There are many times where my boyfriend has seen the look on my face as I'm looking at half a plate of food that I can't finish. And he's like, here, babe, let me finish that for you, because I grew up very poor. So I know that you cannot waste food. But to have someone accuse me of having an addiction where I can't eat a large plate of food, I can't eat certain things, I stick to a very specific diet for my family's medical problems that I have inherited. And on top of it, she didn't take into account my history of polycystic ovary syndrome, which means I store belly fat. I get facial hair. I don't have the portion where I can't conceive. I can conceive children, but I personally do not show up positive on urine pregnancy test. I still don't. I am showing like a Broadway debut and still do not show up positive on urine pregnancy tests. And that was part of what went into my stillbirth. So there are all of these factors in my size. And I'm not making excuses for every big woman. I am not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for suggestions on what I can change. I know what I need to do to change. I know what I need to eat to change. Some of what I need to eat to change is going to land me in the bathroom for a day and a half off and on, because I cannot eat higher acidity foods. I cannot do this. I cannot consume that. Oh, excuse me. And the medical field essentially continuously attacking obese people. It stuns me. My grandmother goes through this struggle every time she goes to the doctor's office. This woman eats maybe a small plate of food, 2 pieces of toast, and 4 cups of coffee. That's what she consumes in a day. And she also gets speeched about her apparent food addiction, her apparent, need to stay out of the refrigerator. She's actually been told, well, you need to stay out of the fridge if you want to be healthy. This woman who cannot physically, because of hiatal hernia issues, consume the amount of food in a day that she needs, it boggles my mind that, and yeah, I need to change certain things. I admit that I need to change certain things. But it is not a food addiction that I need to change. It is an exercise regimen that I need to now gain, that I have the ability to. It is, maybe looking into different options of what I can eat and drink and testing out certain things that I'm allowed to eat and drink and not be stuck on the toilet for a while because my guts hurt that bad that it's like knives digging into my side. And nobody takes that into account. Nobody. And I know I'm not alone. I am not alone in this. So, this little knitting chat is kind of a knitting rant. But I know I haven't posted in a while. Like I said, I've been busy working, busy trying to find a place that will allow us to keep our dog. Trying to get everything ready for this new bundle of joy that's coming into my life. We are so excited for little Vera Rose. And I cannot wait to be a mother. And I just needed to vent this. And please leave comments below if you have had any kind of struggles with any of this, including suggestions for the pit bull ban issue that I'm having. I'm gonna probably change up the thumbnail later tonight to a few pictures I have of Ozzy, our pit bull, and he is the sweetest thing in the world. But that's all I really got right now. The blanket I'm currently making is the Lotus blanket. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's actually knit in the round, and I'm not sure how the edges actually pan out, but it does end up square somehow. I'll see when everything's said and done with it. The yarn I'm using is Barnett Softy Baby in the shade, can I find the shade? Soft Lilac. And here it is. It is knit on size 6 needles. And the stitch markers I'm using are from an Etsy shop called Seattle Dye Works. And they're so cute. They're little ghostesses. They're adorable, aren't they? But she's got some really cool stuff, so definitely check out that Etsy shop. I'll try and link it below. If not immediately, then I'll switch up the description and link that below. Y'all have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Yule, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Happy Holidays. And check back for more random videos. I'm actually planning on doing a spinning wheel video my next day off, and going over my wheel and all its quirks. So tune in for that one. Happy holidays, guys. Stay safe, stay spoopy. Bye.